Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Nintendo Switch, PlayStation Vita, gaming handhelds, and more. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about Nintendo Switch emulation on PC with Ryujinx. Ryujinx has been incredibly active lately. Over the last day and a bit, Ryujinx has released 8 different versions. We went from version 1.1.265 all the way up to version 1.1.272. So the first of 8 updates, version 265, fixes text rendering in Wrath of the White Witch and Ys 8. It also fixes menu icons in Super Kirby Clash and Room in the Night Sky. The second update here, version 266, well, now No More Heroes and No More Heroes 2 go in-game. It also fixes several missing visual effects in Pikmin 3 Deluxe. There's also some audio improvements for Wrath of the White Witch, Double Dragon Neon, and Sky Gamblers. And it fixes a crash in Valkyria Chronicles, the Encounter at Dr. Steve Brule episode. The third of 8 updates, version 267, fixes the black screen in Prinny and Prinny 2, 2 games I didn't even know existed. Version 268 and 269 have to deal with Vita 2HOS. For those that are unaware, Vita 2HOS stands for Subscribe to Mr. Sujano, or it stands for Vita 2 Horizon Operating System. And yes, it's exactly as it sounds, Vita games running on the Switch. Version 270 fixes a regression in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Version 271 I think a lot of people will be excited about because it improves performance on Pokemon Sword and Shield and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild when using Vulcan. That's a pretty big one. Version 272 introduces some things that apparently some games that I've never heard of require. I've never heard of these games, never played them. If you have, let me know in the comments below and let me know if they're worth checking out. Now, in terms of Switch emulation on PC, Yuzu seems to be the most popular option by a very wide margin. And I would argue that Ryujinx is also worth checking out. I mean, it's free, it's open source, I think it works great. And if you're having problems with Yuzu, check out Ryujinx. If you like Yuzu, also check out Ryujinx. It's better to have both than just to have one. Next up, we're talking about PlayStation Vita emulation on PC for both Windows and Linux with Vita 3K. If you use Vita 3K, you might want to pick up the latest version. Head to vita3k.org, and once you are here, click on the little hamburger menu on the right-hand side, then click on Download and well, pick up the latest nightly build. You can pick up one for Windows or Linux. The last time we spoke about Vita 3K was a couple of weeks ago, and since then they've made some compatibility improvements. Under in-game, there were 158 games listed, now there's 160. Under playable, there were 281 games listed, now there's 289. I'll leave a link to the latest compatibility list in the description below and feel free to check it out. In here you can search for whatever game you're looking for to see if it's going to work with Vita 3K. You might be surprised with the results. And speaking about surprising results, next up here we're talking about Babylon's Fall. If you've never heard of this game, I wouldn't blame you. Not a lot of people are playing it. Babylon's Fall was developed by Square Enix and Platinum Games. As of this video, on Steam right now there's currently 1 person playing the game. In the last 24 hours there were a whopping 9 people playing. Not really a whole lot, especially considering the game came out in March of this year. Due to the poor reception of this game, a lot of people were questioning the future of Babylon's Fall, and this was tweeted out earlier this year. Is the continuing service in danger? No, there are no plans to reduce the scale of development on Babylon's Fall. Content up to the end of Season 2 is now practically complete, and we've started work on Season 3 and beyond. We will continue to provide new content for the game and make improvements based on player feedback, striving to keep existing players, plural, playing and to attract newcomers. And this was tweeted out back in March, and the one person playing this game might be Tenek, who is very appreciative. Fast forward to now, and the tone has changed dramatically. This is the latest statement. Notice regarding the termination of the Babylon's Fall service. It is with deep regret to inform you that we will be terminating the game's service on February 27th, 2023. To me, this is incredibly unfortunate for everybody who purchased this game, considering it didn't even come out fully 6 months ago. As of Tuesday, September 13th, the sale of the premium currency has been suspended. And it says, following the publication of this announcement, sales of the digital version as well as the physical version on retailer sites will draw to a close. And if I scroll down to the very bottom on this calendar, on February 27th, the service ends and this website will close. And more interestingly here, all gameplay data on the game service will be deleted following the termination of the service. After the service ends on Monday, February 27th, 2023 at 11 p.m., you will no longer be able to play the game. Now, it's no secret that basically nobody is playing this game right now, but it does kind of suck that no one will be able to play in the future. In terms of game preservation, this really sucks. And it's another reason upon many, many reasons as to why game preservation is important. Next up here, we're quickly talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and a lot of people have been asking when the open beta is going to start. PlayStation folks will get to test out the game first, with early access starting on September 16th, and the open beta officially starting on September 18th. If you're on Xbox and PC, early access is September 22nd and 23rd. With the open beta September 24th to 26th. As far as I know, the open beta will be cross-platform from September 24th to September 26th, and in order to access the open beta, as far as I know, you have to pre-order the game. Next up, we're talking about a gaming PC deal, and if you don't like this news, let me know in the comments below. Sometimes I float stuff into the news just to see if people like it or not. Anyways, to me, this is a pretty darn good deal. This PC won't blow anything out of the water. It's not a powerhouse per se, but at the same time, the specs here for the price aren't too bad. For $700, you can get an AMD Ryzen 5600G, 16 gigs of RAM, and an AMD Radeon RX 6600 XT. It's got a terabyte SSD in it as well. Next up here, we're talking about the Google Pixelbook, which is going to be killed off. If you're interested in a Google Pixelbook, you're not going to be able to purchase them in the future. Google is completely killing this product line. If you are in the market for a Pixelbook, I would be skeptical about picking one up if Google officially ends up canceling this line. I mean, in terms of support, you may be let down just a little bit. Next up, we're talking about Xbox. Xbox Game Pass for PC and, well, on Xbox, has added in a brand new feature here that I think is amazing. They've added in How Long to Beat. They say in partnership with How Long to Beat, you can now see the best estimates for how long it will take you to complete the game. This feature is currently live. This is my Xbox Game Pass for PC, and here is Forza Horizon 5. It says it takes 19 hours to beat overall, and if I take a look at a different game here, maybe TMNT Shredder's Revenge, it's a whopping 2 hours. Now at this point in time, it doesn't appear that every single game has this. I mean, here's Hades, and I don't see the playthrough time. This game to me is never ending anyways, but at the same time here, I think this feature is still in the process of being rolled out. Last up, we're talking about the GPD Win 4, and we've got some official photos. To me, this thing looks incredible, just kind of like a bigger PS Vita or a PSP. It does have an AMD Ryzen 7 6800U in it, and it's also got a sliding screen with a keyboard. And for comparison's sake, here's the Win 4 beside the Steam Deck, and there is a major size difference. Now, in terms of gaming performance and price, we don't know those things just yet as of this video. There has been a ton of speculation out there like this might be more powerful than the Steam Deck. It's probably going to cost more than the Steam Deck as well. And will it function better overall? Well, that's completely up for debate. Either way, I am pumped about the gaming handheld market right now. Is it flooded? Absolutely yes. But at the same time here, it's great that there's a ton of different devices coming out. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point. All stuff and no fluff. We talked about a ton today. Let me know your thoughts about any of it in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.